Jayam Vishnupada Paramahansa Virakacharya Astottara Shata Srimad. His Divine Grace, Bhai Chanavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON in BBT, Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Prabhupada Ji ki. Mahagrantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Go Permanande. All glorious assembly devotees. All glorious assembly devotees. All glorious assembly devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Tato Jayam Mudirayet. Nastaparesha Bhadreshu. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Utamashloke. Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Srimvadan Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Aridantastohya Bhadrani Vidhunod Surit Satan Krishna Swadamo Pagate Dharma Gyananivi Saha Kalvanasta Dushamesha Puranar Kondodoridaha Mahagrantha Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 18, verse number 'I will show. The title of the chapter is The Prayers Offered to the Lord by the Residents of Jambudvipa. This is a jumbo. Yes, probably Swiss people never see a jumbo in your life. And Jambudvipa is an island of jumbos. Yeah, in Brazil have many different kinds. Yes, this here, and top is black color Krishna. This Lao is red, but have a white, many different kinds, and the taste is similar of pera. Pera. Pear. So, yes. Canto 5, chapter 18, verse number 7. So, the metric not is usual. So, we go directly to word by word. Let's go repeat together. Hari Varshe. In the tract of land known as Hari Varsha. Cha. Also. Api. Indeed. Bhagavan. Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nara Hari Rupena. His form of Nrsinghadeva. Aste. Situated. Tat Rupa Grahanam Nimitam. The reason why Lord Krishna Keshava assumed the form of Nrsimha. Uttaratra. Later chapters. Abhidhasya. I shall describe. Switch off. Tat. That. Daitam. Most pleasing. Rupam. Form of the Lord. Mahapurusha Guna Bhajanaha. Prada Maharaj, who is the abode of all the good qualities of great personalities. Mahabhagavataha, the topmost devotee. Daitya Dhanava Kula Tirti Karana Shila Charitaha, whose activities and character were so exalted that he delivered all the daityas, demons, born in his family. Praladaha, Maharaj Pralada, Avyavadhana Ananya Bhakti Yogena, by uninterrupted and unflinching devotional service. Saha, with Tatvarsha Purushaha, the inhabitants of Harivarsha. Upaste, offers obeisances to and worships. Idam, this. Cha, and. Udaharadi, chants. Okay, the translation, the verse from the Sanskrit to English is this. Shukadeva Goswami continued, my dear king, Lord Nrsimhadeva resides in the tract of land known as Harivarsha. In the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, I shall describe to you how Prahlada Maharaj caused the Lord to assume the form of Nrsimhadev. Prahlada Maharaj, the topmost devotee of the Lord, is a reservoir of all good qualities of great personalities. His character and activities have delivered all the fallen members of his demonic family. Lord Nrsimhadeva is very dear to this exalted personality. Thus, Prahlada Maharaj, along with his servants and all the denizens of Harivarsha, worships Lord Nrsimhadeva by chanting the following mantra. Yeah, the next verses will be Nrsimha Kavacha. So let's go repeat it together. Shukadeva Goswami continued. My dear king, Lord Nrsimhadeva resides in a tract of land known as Harivarsha. In the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, I shall describe to you how Prahlada Maharaj caused the Lord to assume the form of Nrsimhadeva. Prahlada Maharaj, the topmost devotee of the Lord, Mahabhagavata, is a reservoir of all the good qualities of great personalities. His character and activities have delivered all the fallen members of his demonic family. Lord Nrsimhadeva is very dear to this exalted personality. Thus, Prahlada Maharaj, along with his servants and all the denizens of Harivarsha, worships Lord Nrsimhadeva by chanting the following mantra. It's practically a Vaikuntha planet. So, purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Chananavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Chaitanya Goswami's 10 prayers worshipping the incarnation of Lord Krishna, Keshava, contain his name in every stanza. For example, Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare, Keshavadrita Mina Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare, and Keshavadrita Vamana Jai Jagadisha Hare. The word Jagadisha refers to the proprietor of all the universes. His original form is the two-handed form of Lord Krishna, standing with a flute in his hands and engaged in tending the cows, as stated in the Brahma Samhita, Chintam Mani Prakara Sadma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Varteshu Surabhi Abhipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Satasam Brahma Sevyamanam Govindamani Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Quote, I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor, who is tending the cows, yielding all desires in abodes built with spiritual gems and surrounded by millions of purple trees. He is always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. Goddesses. From this verse, we learn that Govinda or Krishna is the Adipurusha, the original person. The Lord has innumerable incarnations, exactly like the innumerable waves of a flowing river, but the original form is Krishna or Keshava. Adi Keshava. Shukadeva Goswami refers to Nrsimhadeva because of Prahlada Maharaj. Prahlada Maharaj was put into great distress by his powerful father, the demon Hiranyakashipu, apparently helpless before him. Prahlada Maharaj called on the Lord, who immediately assumed the gigantic form of Nrsimhadeva, half lion and half man, to kill the gigantic demon. Although Krishna is the original person, one without a second, he assumes different forms just to satisfy his devotees or to execute a specific purpose. Therefore, Jayadeva Goswami always repeats the name of Keshava, the original personality of Godhead, in his prayer describing the Lord's different incarnations for different purposes. So Lord Chaitanya is very famous because he is Krishna, but he assumed the bhava, the mood of Srimati Radharani. So Lord Chaitanya shows to the world the symptoms of the Mahabhava, the ecstasy, the very, very hairy ecstasy of Srimati Radharani in Madhurya Rasa. Before Lord Chaitanya, two devotees manifesting the ecstasy in Madhurya Rasa, not so completely like Lord Chaitanya, but too much higher elevate, was Madhavendra Puri and Jayadeva Goswami. Jayadeva Goswami is previous of Madhavendra Puri. So Madhavendra Puri is the connection between the Brahma Madhava Sampradaya and the Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Om Gyanati Mirandasya Gyananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurmilitan Jana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Staptan Yena Bhutale Swayana Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirveshesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jai Dvaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Tat Sat. So Hare Krishna. Good morning to everyone. Thanks for coming to Srimad Bhagavatam class lecture. I will start with a translation for this verse 8 by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is very similar. In Harivarsha, the Lord resides in the form of Narasimha. I shall explain the reason for his appearance later. The great devotee Prahlada, the abode of qualities of a Mahapurusha, whose character purified the demons of his family, worships this pleasing form with uninterrupted, pure bhakti along with the inhabitants of this Varsha. He chants this prayer. That is, Shikshastaka will speak about these prayers tomorrow. So we can see that the translation of Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur by Vanuswami is more literally, because of this question of the 70th canto, this Prabhupada put on the translation. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur always give a summary of the chapter in the first verse of the chapter. For this 17th chapter, 18th chapter. The worship of Hayagriva and other deities in 6 verses, starting with Bhadrashva, are described in the 18th chapter. Bhadrashva is the name of the leader of this Varsha. So basically, this chapter describes these different Varshas in Jambudvipa. So, can you tell me a little more about this Harivarsha? So we don't have too much things in Srimad Bhagavatam, but I quote 2 or 3 parts. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, verse 12, purport. In the center of Jambudvipa is Ilavrita Varsha, and south of Ilavrita Varsha is Harivarsha. The description of these Varshas is given in the Mahabharata, Sabha Parva 28, 780. I try search in the internet about this quote of Mahabharata, but is too much little, don't have too much things. And basically is this, and now, it is mentioned here that the women in both these Varshas are beautiful, and some of them are equal to the Apsaras, or heaven women. So the atmosphere is a celestial planet, of course. Here from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 16, verse 9. So, according many references, Harivarsha is the place of Tibet. But I don't understand nothing about this. Don't make it ask. Similarly, this is the verse. Similarly, south of Ilavrita Varsha and standing from east to west are 3 great mountains named from north to south: Nishada, Himakuta, and Himalaya. Each of them is 10,000 yojanas, 80,000 miles high. They mark the boundaries of the 3 Varshas named Harivarsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, and Bharatavarsha. Bharatavarsha is the region, the place of Delhi, Hastinapur. And this is interesting because this is a room conversation between Prabhupada and the devotees Tamal Krishna in this Bhakti Prema. Bhakti Prema talk recited the verse in Sanskrit. It is bowl-shaped. Bharatavarsha is bowl-shaped, and this Bharatavarsha is again bowl-shaped, Kuruvarsha, again bowl-shaped, and this Ketumala Varsha again. So they were shaped. That means 34 yojanas. Prabhupada, 1,000 yojanas. Bhakti Prema, square, 34,000 yojanas in in this is Kimpurusha Varsha, that is between Himalaya and Hemakuta mountain. And again, Harivarsha is between Hemakuta mountain and Nishada mountain. And this Ramyaka, Prabhupada. Where is the geographical description of this Tamal Krishna? They don't even know they exist. The modern geographic. Prabhupada, little description of the Himalayas, Tamal Krishna. That's all. Only this. Prabhupada. That's also not sufficient. In Europe, this is interesting. When we go over the mountain, Himalaya tract, who knows about it? We are passing just like on a roof, airplane. You have seen? Huge. They have no information of what is there. And Switzerland, Tamal Krishna, Switzerland, Prabhupada. I have seen mountain goat. Yes, this is the picture of Prabhupada. So, where it has gone, nobody knows still. So this is the information that I found about the Harivarsha. So, dear devotees, my friends, Asprada Maharaj is a great Mahajana, one of the 12 authorities in devotional services, a pure devotee, Mahabhagavata, how the verse describe. Let us hear some of his instructions directly from his Lord's mouth. And this is me in the past life, because it's Lin. Verse 5, chapter 5, canto 7. Prabhupada Maharaj replied, O best of the Asuras, king of the demons, as far as I have learned from my spiritual master, any person who has accepted a temporary body and temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety because of having fallen in the dark, where there is no water but only suffering. One should give up this position and go to the forest, Vana. More clearly, one should go to Vrindavana, where only Krishna consciousness is prevalent, and should thus take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Verse 12, same chapter. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased with the living entity because of his devotional service, one becomes a pandita, a real scholar, and does not make distinction between enemies, friends, and himself. Intelligently, he then thinks, every one of us is an eternal servant to God, and therefore we are not different from one another. This verse is very instructive because have a very potence of jnana, yes? Because the mind, like Krishna explained in verse 14 on chapter 2, the mind try get the auspicious, the pleasures things, and the mind don't like of suffering. Yes, matris parshas to count. Yeah, shitoshna sukha dukkha. But sukha and dukkha, suffering and happiness, will come in. Doesn't matter. Yes. And generally, these friends bring happiness, and the enemies bring distress. But all this is invention of the mind, because when the spiritual soul are in the pure consciousness, Krishna consciousness, are realized, the spiritual soul not more identify with the distress and happiness in the material world, and not see more friends and enemies. Friends and enemies are material positions, and we choose a friend. A friend is the person that satisfy my senses, And enemy is a person that put obstacles to my pleasure. Yes, all this is based on the bodily conception. But when you see in the real platform, the spiritual platform, everything, everyone is the same. Is a spiritual soul. No more see black or white, women or men, Judaism or Christianity. All these are designations from the body. But the essence of the body, the thing that move, that give animation, that give movement to the body, is the spiritual soul. And this is eternal. And the bodies are only a vehicle, yantarudani maya. It's like a machine. Yes, we get different machines according our karma, life after life. So Prada Maharaj was speaking about this because Hiranyakashipu thinking that Narayana is enemy, but Narayana is equal with everyone. This is a very, very important verse because someone can ask, what is devotional service? Devotional service means this verse. Shripada Uvacha, Shravanam Kirtana Vishnoho, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, Sakyam Atmanivedanam. So this was a very, very important verse explained by a great devotee as a Mahabhagavat, because this is so important, because we have a great authority that define what is devotional service, what is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is this. Prada Maharaj said, hearing and chanting about transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastime of Lord Vishnu. This is very important because Bhakti came from the root verbal bhaj. Bhaj means worshipping. But this worshipping is very directly, is very categorical, because Bhakti is to Vishnu, Krishna. You not do Bhakti to Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva. Bhakti is directly to Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. Bhakti is connected, relationated with Lord Vishnu, not with another demigod or big personality. Remember then, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord a respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, the 16 upachara that we offer to Shalagama Shila, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, yes, the only friend really, and surrendering everything unto him in the words, serving him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted spirit devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. So, classical verse, Canto 7, chapter 5, verses 23 and 24. Okay. Same chapter, verse 13. Prada Maharaja replied, because of their uncontrolled sense, Hiranyakashipu, persons too addicted to materialistic life make progress toward hellish conditions and repeatedly chew. This is famous, yes? It's like bubble gum, chicle. I will go. Conditions and repeat chew that which has already been chewed. Their indications that Krishna are never aroused either by the instructions of others, by their own efforts, or by a combination of both. So this is famous, yes, the chill, repeatedly chill, that which has already been chilled. How is the name in English of bubble gum? Chewing gum. Okay. Nosotros hablamos chicle, ¿no? Yes, he answered yes. So you put in the mouth this thing, you chew in the beginning, have sugar, have a taste, but after don't have more, but you continues. And this is very deep because the material activities in the material life, when in the teenager, when we stay following love, or the first sexual activity, or when you try marijuana for the first time, all this causes a very sensation, very impressions. But we did this many times in previous life. Yes, this material taste is not as new. It's the same thing. You try extract pleasure of this for many lives, but you will forget, and in the next life we'll try again, and we think this time I will get completely satisfaction, but with frustration. In the next life we try again. This is the materialist life, yes, because the happiness that we search not are in the material platform, are in the spiritual platform. In material platform we have sukha, and what is the opposite? Dukkha. Because material life is a reflex, perverted, yes, and is dual. Te dvandva moha nirmuktaha. So this collateral effect when you take a medicine, and this medicine have a bad effect after. Side effect, yes. This is material world, have a side effect, yeah? So we have sukha, that is temporary, and after we have dukkha. Okay, I'm very happy for smoking marijuana, it's a full example, but this one person think it is good for me, but the problem, if it's good not to prejudice you, because of this pleasure, you need to get a new body for the next life, a new body. And what problem have a body? The problem, if you have a body, is born, disease, old age, and death. The spiritual soul don't need to pass for these conditions. But if you want to enjoy of the material world, the material life, you need to pass for this condition. And in truth, the material pleasure, the body pleasure is so small, like this finger. Yes? How many pleasure this finger can give to me? For example, if my girlfriend came in and give a kiss in this finger, how much pleasure I feel? But if it is same finger, a nail trespass this finger, or I burn this finger, or a stone of 50 kilos smash this finger, how much pain I will feel? So the body is a place to feel pleasure or suffering. Is more propensity. The body is too much more propensity to feel suffering because this body not is the place, not is the boat of the spiritual soul, not is the real place to have the experience. Verse 31. Persons who are strongly entrapped by the consciousness of enjoying material life and who have therefore accepted as their leader or guru a similar blind man, it's very typical today, attached to external sense objects, cannot understand that the goal of life is to return home, back to Godhead, and engage in the service of Lord Vishnu. As blind men, guided by the another blind, men miss the right path and fall into a ditch. Material attached men, led by another material attached man, are bound by the ropes of fruitive labor, which are made of very strong cords, and they continue again and again in materialistic life, suffering the threefold miseries. So, why we us here now? Because we have the hope to get satisfaction, peace, comfort, and happiness in this place with this body. So when we abandon this goal, the hope to be happy in this place, we are liberated. But what keeping the spiritual soul in this place is the desire, the idea that I will be happiness. Not now, but I will get it, I'll achieve this. Verse 32, unless they smear upon their bodies the dust of the lotus feet of Vaishnava, completely freed from material contamination, like Prada Maharaj, person very much inclined toward materialist life cannot be attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, who is glorified for his uncommon activities. Only by becoming Krishna conscious and taking shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord in this way can one be freed from material contamination. Okay, this picture from Prada Maharaj. Chapter 6, verse 1. Prada Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life. In other words, from the tender age of childhood, this is classical also, to practice the activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements. The human body is most hurriedly achieved, and although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform a devotional service. Only like human being we can do devotional service. We can do yoga, religion. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give you completely perfection. Endeavors merely for sense gratification or material happiness, struggle, economy, development are not be performed, for they result only in a loss of time and energy, with no actual profit. If one's endeavors are directed toward Krishna consciousness, one can certainly attain the spiritual platform of self-realization. There is no such benefit from engaging oneself in economic development. Yes, this verse is important. Every human being has a maximum duration of life of 100 years. Nowadays it's difficult because of sinful activities. But for one who cannot control his senses, half of those years are completely lost because at night he sleeps 12 hours. My gosh. Being covered by ignorance. Yet if you are sleeping, you are not producing nothing. If you are sleeping, you not acquire knowledge. Of course, sleeping is important to maintenance of the body, but you not produce, you not acquire nothing in the dreams. Therefore, such a person has a lifetime of only 50 years. Yes, half, half, half time of life is spending sleeping. In the tender age of childhood, when everyone is bewildered, one passes 10 years. Similarly, in boyhood, engaged in sporting and playing, one passes another 10 years. In this way, 20 years are wasted. Similarly, in old age, when many people think now in old age, I will dedicate to God. After the orange was consumed, yes, you try every sum of the orange, yes, you consume the orange, the dry orange you dedicate to God. Similarly, in old age, when one is an invalid, unable to perform even material activities, one passes another 20 years wastefully. So this is a description of different moments of the life of a materialistic person. This is nice. This is the IE that do. Money is like honey. Yeah, you think that this is an American phrase? No, Prada Maharaj created this phrase. Look. Canto 7, chapter 6, verse 10. Money is so dear that one conceives of money as being sweeter than honey. Therefore, who can give up the desire to accumulate money, especially in household life? Thieves, professional servants, soldiers, and merchants try to acquire money even by risking their very dear lives. Okay, this is made by artificial intelligence also. The merciful Prahlada. If the English is wrong, this is I that did. Verse 24. Therefore, my dear young friends, born of demons, please act in such a way that the Supreme Lord, who is beyond the conception of material knowledge, will be satisfied. Give up your demonic nature and act without enmity or duality. Show mercy to all living entities by enlightening them in devotional service, thus becoming their well-wishers. Verse 36, the devotee is then free from all material contamination because he constantly thinks of the Lord's pastime and because his mind and body have been converted to spiritual qualities. Because of his intense devotional service, his ignorance, material consciousness, and all kinds of material desires are completely burned to ashes. This is the stage at which one can achieve the shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. So Prahlada Maharaj is famous by your kindness, for your compassion also. Verse 14, my Lord Nrsimhadeva, please therefore cease your anger now that my father, the great demon Hiranyakashipu, has been killed. Since even saintly persons take pleasure in the killing of a scorpion or a snake, as the merciful to a scorpion. I will explain why I choose this verse. All the worlds have achieved great satisfaction because of the death of this demon. Now they are confident of their happiness, and they will always remember your auspicious incarnation in order to be free from fear. So, one time Prabhupada was in the Gaudiya Math, and a snake arose, and Bhaktisiddhanta said, kill the snake. And Prabhupada stayed a little confused. Wow, if Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is a sadhu, why he ordered that to kill the snake? Where is the ahimsa? But after Prabhupada read this verse, spoken by Prahlada Maharaj, and Prabhupada understand that actions of a pure devotee is according to the scriptures, not is whimsically, activity, is by according to the scriptures. Like Kapila Deva speak about the sadhu in 3rd Canto, chapter 25, verse 20. But this is a compassion of Prabhupada. This verse is amazing. It's amazing. Yes, because the Acharyas point that Prabhupada Maharaj came to Chaitanya Lila. How? Vasudeva Datta. Vasudeva Datta is pointing the incarnation of Prahlada, because Vasudeva Datta is a devotee that put again the worms in your skin, but hurts the no. Vasudeva Datta was with lepra, Hanseníase, and have many these things, and the worms that feed by your skin down, and he put again for the benefit of. And another moment, Vasudeva Datta begged to Lord Chaitanya that all sinful activities of all peoples in the universe go to him to save another peoples. So, chapter 9, verse 43, all best of the great personalities. I am not at all afraid of material existence. For wherever I stay, I am fully absorbed in thoughts of your glories and activities. For devotees, no problem. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborated plans for material happiness and maintaining their life, their families, societies, and countries. I am simply concerned with love for them. So, when must the consciousness stay pure, stay clear, more we thinking in another peoples. And of course in God, that is the center of all. When more our consciousness is covered by rajas, tamas, by anarthas, more we think in us in a selfishness mood. Yes, this is the difference of saint person that is totally altruist, and materialist person that is totally selfish. Okay, last verse. Very special verse. My dear Lord Nrsimhadeva, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities and towns. They go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence, manuvrata. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your Lord's feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to shelter at your Lord's feet. Prahlada Maharaj ki. So, about the liberation of the materialistic demoniac families, Prahlada Maharaj said, "O Supreme Lord, because you are so merciful to the fallen souls, I ask you for only one benediction." I know that my father, the father that tried many times kill Prahlada, and Prahlada are thinking the benefit of this father, the cruel father. At the time of his death, had already been purified by our glance upon him, but because of his ignorance of your beautiful power and supremacy, he was unnecessarily angry at you, falsely thinks that you were the killer of his brother. Thus he directly blasphemed your lordship, the spiritual master of all living beings, and committed heavily sinful activities directed against me, your devotee. I wish that he be excused for these sinful activities. Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Prahlada, all most pure, all great saintly person, your father has been purified along with 21 forefathers in your family. Because you were born in this family, the entire dynasty has been purified. So a pure devotee, a Mahabhagavata, purified 21 generations in the family. The devotees asked to Bhaktitirtha Maharaj in Navagokula in 2004, but if devotee not achieve pure devotion in this life, what happens? Depends of the level of devotion. A devotee that not become a pure devotee can liberate his parents, relatives, to the Swarga, to the heavenly planets. The generation depends of the potency, the advance that the devotee get in this life. But this is show the incredible potency of the bhakti, of the process of bhakti. Yeah, he don't believe in this. This so-called devotional service is truly inconceivable, marvelous, and the most powerful thing that can exist. Srila Prabhupada aqui. Enfim. And so if you want to have a commentary. Okay, no comments. Very nice. Yes. Yeah, because this demonstrates that the ahimsa of a saintly person came with discrimination. So the living entity, when enter in a body of a scorpion or a snake, this is symptom, this is a karma, because this person was very, very envious. Yes, your envious is so big that you enter in a body with a great potency of poison. You can kill another. You can cause too much suffering in another. Yes. So imagine the quantity of envious in this consciousness, because this envious, he go this body that is a very, very envious body, and if you kill this, you protect the peoples, the cows, dogs, the animals, and you liberate not liberated to heaven or spiritual, but heaven liberated for the another body. These living entities that are very confusing with envious. Yes, you set purification for this and protect the community first.
Was there no such thing that when an animal is killed, it has the living entity has to be born in the same body of the same animal again to live the rest of the prescribed years?
Sorry, I have. Can you repeat?
Like, if a living entity is being born in the body of an animal.
What animal? Any animal.
It has a certain amount of years it has to spend in this form, and if it gets killed, it will be born again to live the rest of the years in this form.
This affirmation.
Isn't it karma, like, when you kill an animal,
Yeah.
for example, the animal was supposed to live for 20 years,
Yes.
but then you killed him on his 10th birthday, so he has another 10 years to live, but because you killed him sooner than his capacity,
Yeah.
you have to be born again to live that
Okay.
10 years as a cow, snake, whatever.
Generally, when the karma law are described in Bhagavad Gita, for example, in Bhagavatam, in Kapila Shiksha, in chapters 31, the karma law is explained in a very generic form, because it's too much complex understand the activities of a individual living entity. This is so complex that we have a big authority to judge this. Who is this authority? Yamaraj. Yamaraj is a pure devotee. His consciousness, yes, is too much elevated, like a judge that judge, yes, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur. For one get this position, is a very qualified person, because it's very difficult to understand the complexity of karma law. But what the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam explain is generical lines, yes? If you connect with Tamaguna, we can go to hellish planets, and after this, you can assume animal bodies. You can start it in the plants, reptiles, yes, at the again the human body. The animals don't have karma because they acting by instinct, but instinct, according to Vedas, is Paramatma influence. They only ask, where are the food, how I can defend it, where I can sleep in, yes? But in the human body, you have the, I don't like of this word, you have the free will. Free will is the power of decision. They choose, or you have more capacity to use your consciousness. So you can go to heaven planets because you can choose connect with Sattva Guna. You can choose be a human being again if you choose with Rajaguna, but you can again come back to relish plants for a period, and after get animals' bodies. If you connect with Tamaguna, and the human being is this platform that you can go to up or can you go to down. But explain about the specific the details is a very specific that because this we have the so important authority like Yamaraj to decide these things. Yes. So speaking, the person born in a dog body and in another what will be is too much complex to understand.
Prahlad Maharaj is saying that human life is 100 years. Was it in Kali Yuga then too?
This is in Kali Yuga, 100 years. In the Satya Yuga was 100 millions of years, the duration of a human body. Treta Yuga, the duration of human life was 10,000 years. Dwapar Yuga, the last, like the person, the Bible person, the Matusalem, you know? Matusalem, according Bible, lived 900 years. So in the previous age, Dwapar Yuga, people living 1,000 years. In Kali Yuga, the duration of life is 100 years. If you was a very pious person, you connect a lot with Satoguna, the duration of life is 110, 115 years. But if you connect with sinful activities, you connect with tamas ignorance, this diminish the duration of life. Yeah, because these people generally live in 70 years, 80 years. But nowadays, yes, the people make a lot of exercise, the food, try get good food organic, they stand 18 years, 9 years is more normal. But Kali Yuga is 100 years, the duration of life.
So killing a snake or scorpion is auspicious in certain situation when it's life-threatening to others, or like just auspicious to do it anytime? Because like for me, it doesn't make sense to kill a being. It doesn't matter if the entity is good or bad inside.
Mm-hmm. The point that one cannot kill. This is ahimsa principle, yes? But in this question of these animals with poisonous, like spiders, like snakes and scorpions, the reaction not is like another animals, like a cow, like these are Satuki animals, because these bodies are in Tamaguna. So the reaction not is so big like another animals. But even this, we will stay paranoid and found these animals to kill, yes? I will give an example for you. So even then, we don't have these animals here, yes? In Switzerland, scorpions, snakes, I never see. Have?
Yes.
Yes?
In Switzerland, yes.
Okay. Like in Brazil?
There is
Like in Australia?
little black one and a grey silver black one.
He is poisoned.
No, they're not poison.
So, yes. We have example in the Bhagavatam. Sorry by the time. Is the end. Who killed Parikshit Maharaj? A serpent, yes. A snake. What did the son of Parikshit Maharaj do? Janmejaya Maharaj make a great sacrifice to kill all the serpents, all the snakes in the plant. So we start to kill these cobras, these snakes. But I don't remember who came and stopped them. That this is not necessary. This is not a good act. Yes. So if these animals appear in our place, in our house, you can kill them. But stay crazy, paranoid to search this and exterminate it like Maharaj Janmejaya do. According to Shastra, according with example, not is a good thing. Okay? This is the end, the time.
My previous question was Prahlada Maharaj
Ah.
the Kali Yuga or not?
No, Prahlada Maharaj is from Satya Yuga, no?
Then why he's speaking that people live 100 years?
This is an interesting question because this is a I think that Prabhupada did this proper translation. Yes, this is the from the translation from Prabhupada. Prabhupada actualized from the Kali Yuga, but in the verse not explain a specific quantity. Yes, Prabhupada are this translation for us for this understanding to us. But in the verse specific, you don't have a number, a specific number. Okay? If you see this, that are wrong, imagine the previous acharyas. No, this is not this. Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki. Mahaganta Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Look at this word. Punso Varsha Shatan. Varsha Shatan not is literally 100 years, but Prabhupada translated 100 years to actualize the verse to the contemporary for stay more understand.
But Varsha Shatan is 100 years here.
Okay. We can see in the dictionary.
Shatan.
Yeah.
Does the Veda base give also the Devanagari script? You could copy Devanagari.
Okay, Varsha means year, is the first option.
Yeah.
Can say Shatan. Shatabda.
Century.
Yes. Shatabda.
100 years.
So, what do you think?
I have no idea. I mean, I have an idea that the script could be manipulated through years. Like,
But this question, the parampara eliminated this option, yes? Because you have the verse, and the hermeneutic, the interpretation came from by the parampara.
could it be that the verse was passed to the next with some alternations?
So,
The verse itself.
because the character of these persons, like Jiva Goswami, like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the meaning of these verses is passed by parampara, the disciple to Guru. And these persons are very credited. They are very scholars in Sanskrit, Yes? The point that is you have a faith. We have a faith in these persons, yeah? Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and when we study the life of these persons, we understand that they are very, very intelligent, very, very qualified. But if with our intelligence, our limitation, we found the mistakes in the Vedas, so
So it could be that Vyasadeva has written it that way so that people in our age can understand it better. Or has Vyasadeva, where has he taken the inspiration? Because he wasn't probably, like, was he also present during these pastimes?
Vyasadeva,
Yes.
when Vyasadeva compiled the Srimad Bhagavatam, he stay in transit, in samadhi, meditate. This was his plan in Bhagavatam. And from this source came the Leelas, the pastimes, the Bhagavat Purana, yes? The point is persons like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, these persons are contemporary. Srila Prabhupada, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, they accept the Bhagavatam how as it is. We received the Bhagavatam by these sages, and they passed without changing from the Guru to disciple. This guarantees the quality of the knowledge. Krishna explained Bhagavad Gita, Tadiviri Pranipatena, Pariprashnena Sevaya, Upadekshanti Te Gyanam, Gyanina Statva Darshanaha. So you need learning this knowledge by this Gyanina Tattva Darshan. These persons are see the absolute truth. And you need to do a service to them, and you accept what they speak, because they are very qualified. So with that attitude of challenge in the Vedas, it's very difficult to understand the Vedas. We need to surrender to these authorities and to get the same position, to get the same knowledge.
So how will you interpret this misunderstanding?
For me, not is understanding, misunderstanding, because I'm not a Sanskrit. I'm not a authority in Sanskrit, and the second word is shatan. We cannot find on dictionary. So because these another authorities, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, are too much more elevated, too much more intelligent of me, I follow them. I don't have a doubt about this. We have breakfast for 7 now, 9 o'clock. Invite, okay?
Thank you very much for patience.
Brahmas, all